So today I'm actually riding the opposite way. I'm heading back towards the weir, not coming out. Just had some breakfast back in a town called Mundaring, if you're familiar with that. So a couple of things today is I'm changing cameras. I think I'd sort of mentioned it a couple of videos ago, which would have been, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 videos ago. So I'll pop this up. So I've now invested in the Osmo Action 5 Pro, and I've got to say, for what this camera is, it's way better. I've got to tell you, I'm sorry GoPro, but you've been knocked off your perch. This camera is unbelievable, so easy to use. It clips on and off to your mounts magnetically, which GoPro has just copied because they realised it was a good thing. It has the most amazing night recording system on it, dull light, stuff like that. I kid you not, it's like nighttime is like, if you didn't see all the lights around, you'd think it was like dusk. Get past these cyclists. Yeah, so the only thing that I can pick with the whole Osmo action range is the audio. Now, there are so many ways you can sort of get around that. It is not cheap. The camera was about $560 Australian. I was lucky because I had carryover stuff from my Osmo Action 3, which actually fits the camera. The batteries fit, so the back was compatible on the batteries. Take note of that, GoPro. You can use all the same mounting and stuff off the old Osmos. The same, the same selfie sticks, the same mounts. Obviously the same lenses and stuff like that, because you can get lenses for them. So the only thing is though, they have a media mod, which is a little bit different to the Sony. I don't know where the Sony from the GoPro. They have a cage, which is the media mod. These have two other ways of doing it. You can either use cordless mics made by DJI. It's the cordless mic 2. Don't be confused with the 1. You can use the 1, but you've got this big thing sticking off the side of the camera here, which just adds weight to it and stuff like that, and it's a bit sort of sketchy because it could fall out at high speed. So they've got this little 3.5mm audio adapter, which I'm running on this, which is it's like a little plastic block. You can charge it through it. You've got your 3.5mm like lavalier mic connection to go in there. It's not very often I film going this way. Yeah, so what else? So you got that, and then you can charge it through there as well. Clips in really securely. It's actually really good. Obviously you lose your waterproof from that. It's just like water resistant. Just water resistant in that regards. Now the only thing that I'm playing around with is they have an audio gain, which the GoPro doesn't have, and you've got to be really sensitive. Like, it goes to -20, so from 0 to -20. which is, and if you don't get it right, it peaks and clips still, even on the new 5. Whereas the 3s and the 4s, they just were shocking, absolutely shocking. And oh man, I hate cyclists, really do. No, he's not moving over. Just take up the middle of the road, you jackass. Don't care, doesn't care one bit. So anyway, yeah, so having a little rant about cyclists. Yeah, so the gain. So I've recorded about 6 videos on this camera, and I've got to say, that I've sort of been playing around with the audio, and I think I might have it now. I'm hoping. I had it set up a bit too high before. This is coming into the wheel, I usually go out. I think I might have set it a bit high before. I was getting a bit of crackling and peaking off it. And it really annoyed me because it was a good video. And of course, if you've got crap video, no one wants to watch your video. With the audio, I'm going to go at the top, because every time I go there, I keep getting interrupted. So guys, I always come here, as you know. Now the reason why I come here is because I very rarely get interrupted up here. So I just want to have a chat about a couple of things on the camera. Slow speed, and we'll stop. There we go. Yeah, so the camera is really good. I'm just playing around with the audio, so I'm hoping this works out really well. I just have to record another one. Breather always does that. It's weird. Yep. All right. There we go. So the camera itself, it's actually got, obviously it's on my helmet right now. I will get another camera one day and I'll show you this camera, but I have no doubt there's more than 100 videos on YouTube with these cameras. So they go from like 1080 to 4K. They do 4K at 120 frames per second, which is unbelievable, and the quality is mint. But I mean, you don't want to go that high if you're just doing like motovlogging like I do. It's mainly designed for, I think it's for like your slow motion stuff. The low light sensitivity is fantastic. The low light sensitivity on this camera is probably the best on any camera. I've recorded nighttime filming on this and it looks like it's daytime. I am not kidding you. It is really tidy. And bright, you know, like it's bright, like you'd think it was just, the sun was just going down if you didn't see the headlights and the street lights and stuff like that. It leaves the other cameras for dead. Battery life. So these ones come with a 1950 milliamp battery, which can last up to 4 hours. 4 hours. GoPro, what are you doing? You're shit. To be honest with you, you are really shit. 4 hours. That's granted, that's in 1080. You'll see guys on there that have tested on YouTube, and they've been getting about 3 hours, 3.5 hours on higher resolutions, 2K, 3, whatever it is, 4K, 2.7, all that kind of stuff. So they're still getting 3 to 3.5 hours out of it. The camera will record in -20, temperatures as low as -20 degrees, without any affecting anything like that. Obviously in Australia here, in Perth, where I am, it might get to 0, that kind of stuff, but that's about it. So no worries on that way with my recording setup. What else? The GoPro also, if you sort of like had a GoPro, sorry, the GoPro, when you activate it, because I've got a GoPro Hero 9, look, it has been a good camera, but I've lost a lot of footage on that camera due to bad audio, freezing. And the thing is with that, if it freezes, you can't just turn the camera off. It literally freezes any control of the camera that you have. So you've got to get the, take it off, unscrew it, take it off the mount. You've got to take it off, take the battery out to to reboot it, figuratively speaking. Battery back in, screw it back on. And I did a lot of stuff when I went down south of Perth this year in February. I did all my holiday stuff, and I lost maybe an hour and a half's worth of footage due to the camera just crapping itself. So far, with my Osmo Action 3s and now my Osmo Action 5 Pro here, I've had no dramas, touch wood, at all with any batteries freezing or the camera freezing or losing control. Another thing with these cameras is also the fact that you can, like when you press the on button on the side, the camera boots up and is ready to go in about, I don't know, maybe 1.5, 2 seconds. GoPro takes a while, you get the spinning wheel, 5 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds. And if you want to capture stuff like right there and then because you've just found it, you go, wow, I've got to get that. GoPro doesn't cut it. Whereas the Osmo Action 5 and the Action 4 and the Action 3 boot up so quickly. I can also press the record button and it starts recording instantly within about 1.5 seconds. Unbelievable. You do that with the GoPro, 4, 5 seconds. You've lost the opportunity to record something in some cases. So yes, and of course, what I was saying before, you can take the batteries from your GoPro, gotta get that thing out of my head, your Osmo Action 3 and 4, and they will work in the 5. And I think with GoPro, they tried to capitalize on that, so they would change the batteries, so you've got to buy everything over again. With the DJI, you don't have to do that. So all in all, this camera is turning out to be, I think, the new camera of choice for a lot of motovloggers and YouTubers, regardless of what your channel represents. But for me as a motovlogger, it's just really, really good. So I would highly recommend it. If you get a chance to have a look at one and you got all the stuff, you can recommend it. Oh, one more thing before I sign off. You can get the cordless microphones and stuff like that for these. The DJI Mic 2, not the 1, the 2, and you don't need the receiver. The camera is the receiver, so you can just sync them to the camera. You can have 2 different microphones to the camera, so you can actually have 2 people, or the microphones in 2 different places. So I'm switching the flyers away. And you don't have the receiver sticking off the side of the camera, which is about the same size camera, but it comes out about, I don't know, 1/2 inch. And when you go along on a bike, chances are it could fall out because it's only using the basic connection to hold it in. So the DJI Mic 2, but here in Australia, they're $640. They're worth more than the camera. It's bloody highway robbery. But you're probably getting the best of both worlds in that respect. I use the media mod, the 3.5 to stereo jack media mod, which is really, really good. Plugs on the side, clips in, beautifully done, and it just clips in and it works, other than the audio gain, which I'm still playing around with. On the DJI Mic 2, you do have gain on the camera and you have gain on the microphone, so you can really, really fine tune it. I think that's about it. So do I recommend the Osmo Action series cameras for motovloggers? 100%. 100%. These are the game changers. These are the new cameras of the future for motovlogging. I'm telling you right now. Ooh, what a beast. Alright guys, I'm going to sign off here. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I do appreciate it. 924 subscribers. So if you could help me out and hit the subscribe button, I really would appreciate it. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, of course. So hit the bell icon, hit the like button, and everything is tickety boo. Okay guys, bye for now.